Good evening, everyone, or good afternoon, wherever you're joining us from. My name is Tom Camillo. I am the Director for Undergraduate Admissions at Gannon University, and I'm here to give you tonight's presentation on behalf of College Week Live, back to school event, to kind of give you a general overview of what Gannon is all about. Hopefully answer a lot of your questions as you're going into whether you're senior year or younger than that, junior year, sophomore year, whatever it may be, transferring. Hopefully answer a lot of your initial questions and kind of give you a good overview, a good feel for what Gannon has to offer here as we're located in Erie, Pennsylvania. Feel free to send me some questions along the way. Depending how savvy I am, I might be able to answer them along the way, but most likely I'll answer those questions here at the end of the presentation, and I'll be sure to leave some time to try to answer as many of those as possible. And again, thank you very much for joining us. All right. So this is an overview of the things we're going to go over here. We'll talk about the admissions process here at Gannon, the application, the opportunities, different ways to apply to Gannon, various visit opportunities, financial aid. We are a private Catholic university, so we'll talk about the mission and ministry here at Gannon. We'll talk about our location, housing, the many academic programs we offer, and lastly, we'll talk about the various ways you can stay connected to Gannon through not only through the College Week Live platform, but other ways to stay connected with Gannon as well. At Gannon, we are largely on rolling admissions, so you can apply really at any time, whether you're going into your senior year or as a transfer student applying to Gannon. We typically do not start reviewing applications, in this case for fall 2015, until about mid-September. Since we are rolling admissions and classes begin at Gannon next Wednesday, we actually are still finalizing a lot of things with some students here who may still be considering us before beginning classes here this fall. If you're considering Gannon for the spring term, same type of rules apply as far as rolling admissions, but students can apply now, and we can definitely review those applications now. The bare essentials we typically need for an applicant are your official high school transcripts, as well as your SAT or ACT test scores. And then we encourage a personal statement. In many cases, it is very much optional. In some cases, it is something that we do need for particular programs as far as that goes. We do have a few programs with some application deadlines. November 1st application deadline if you're interested in a medical school or pharmacy school partnership, as well as our physician assistant program. Those programs typically have a November 1 deadline because of limited seating and how they fill very quickly as far as that goes. You have several options in which to apply. You can choose to do Gannon's online application. You may choose to do the common application as well. And we still do produce a paper application if you prefer to go that way as well. And they're all very similar, same type of questions, same information required. The common application will put you into an area where you do have to answer some more Gannon-specific questions before you could submit that to us. But the same things apply as far as needing test scores and the personal statement the common app does require. So you do have to do that through that format as far as that goes. If you are transferring to Gannon, in addition to those items, we're also going to need your official college transcripts as well from any institution you have attended. If you have more than 30 college credits and you're not pursuing a health profession programs, typically your high school transcripts are not needed. If you're within the less than 30 credit area, then we still do need your high school transcripts, your final official high school transcripts as well. Letters of recommendation are always very helpful, especially if you're applying for programs where there is limited seating and you're looking to find some way to maybe separate yourself from the pack, or if you feel there's some explanation that needs to be going along with your profile, those type of things. They're always welcome and appreciated, and we're happy to look at those things as we go through it and make an admissions process as far as that goes. Our typical turnaround time to make a decision here at Gannon is about 10 to 14 days. As we're getting ready to start the fall term, we'll definitely see a vast majority of applications come in between now and January 1. So typically we say to allow for those 10 to 14 days to get a response from us as far as hopefully an acceptance offer to you. Assuming we have everything that we need from you on our end, that's our turnaround time. As the year progresses, that turnaround time becomes much, much shorter as the applications start to dwindle coming in. As far as admissions criteria goes, each academic program has various criteria needed to be considered for acceptance to Gannon. There are some programs that have a little bit higher requirements than others. If you're interested in health profession programs, engineering programs, they may require specific courses that you've had in high school, as well as maybe 4 years of math, including calculus, 4 years of sciences, including physics sometimes, biologies and chemistries. All those types of things are factored in when making decisions depending on the program that you're looking for as far as admittance goes. Our typical student at Gannon averages about a 1050 SAT. That's on the 1600 score, so just the math and critical reading sections. Gannon does not look at the essay section. Average ACT component comparable to that is about 23, 24 is what we see on the ACT composite. As far as the GPA goes, typical GPA student at Gannon coming in has about a 3.5 GPA on a 4.0 scale. If your school offers a scale larger than that or does percentiles, we do put everyone back on a 4.0 scale. You still do get credit for AP courses you may have taken, honors courses you may have taken, those types of things to give you credit, but all students are put on a 4.0 scale for financial aid purposes as far as that goes. We look for a trend of grades when looking at students as well. So if you've been a stellar student for 3 years and suddenly we see a drop off in that first semester, that's going to raise some flags. Or if we see some up and down patterns, or you were really great or really poor for a couple years and now turning it around and doing better type of thing. Those are all things we're looking for and looking at as far as what is this person bringing to the table as far as their recent academic history, how they're trending, how they're performing in courses, especially those that may relate to programs you may be interested in getting admittance to. We do a Gannon Super Score with your SAT, so that you may take the test multiple times and submit those scores to us, and we'll take your highest math from a particular test, your highest critical reading score from a particular test to give you the best score possible as far as that goes. We do not do that with the ACT as far as subject test goes, so we do not pick out our highest English, highest math, highest reading, science, whatever it may be as far as that goes. It is whatever that composite score is on that particular exam. That's the highest one is what we kind of will go with when trying to make an admission decision as far as that goes. For the most part, decisions are made vastly in here in our office with a committee here making decisions for students. There are times when we do ask faculty to get involved to make decisions, especially in the programs where students are being admitted to, where they like to see some files, like to see what students are applying to them and help make some decisions in that regard as well. If that is the case, sometimes that's when you see a little bit of delay in response time from Gannon. The last thing you see up here on AP credits and dual enrollment, certainly we welcome students to have those things, but it's very important that you share that information with us so that we know exactly what you're bringing to the table. If you have taken AP exams and you've scored a certain score on those could possibly equal credits for at Gannon University. Same thing with courses you may be taking while in high school at a local college or university, maybe a community college nearby you as well. It's very helpful to have those things in hand. While they don't impact the decision-making process, you know, for some reason you did not do terribly well in a particular course, those type of things, we're not going to punish you for those things. It's more of recognizing what you have done and hopefully being able to give you credit for you and helping you steer you further if you're looking to take some additional courses and what that all means at Gannon as far as things transferring in for you. For any transfer students that may be joining us this evening as well, very much that same process. We will vet all transcripts that come to us from a college through our dean's office to see exactly how they may transfer in, and then refer back to this, that information back to the students so that you know exactly credits are transferring in, how many and what areas, those type of things. The general rule of thumb is that a C or better is needed to be considered for transferability, and then from there the dean's offices will determine if that course is specifically needed for the program of study that you're going for. As I mentioned early on, you know, a great way to get to know Gannon, besides maybe this discussion here right now, is by visiting campus. It's important for you to be able to see what Gannon has to offer and what our environment is all about. Not just in terms of location and the environment, those type of things, but kind of meeting the people itself and those who really work here and are really going to help steer you for the next few years of your life onto your, whether it be post-bac work, going on to graduate school, on your careers, whatever it may be. I think it's very important to see what Gannon, any school, really has to offer for you, and to make sure you have that proper vibe moving forward. And I think Gannon, when you visit Gannon, you're definitely going to notice that as well. The people really make this university special. So great ways to come visit Gannon are coming through a weekday visit. We do offer those visits on the hour in the morning, 9, 10, and 11 a.m. In the afternoon, we offer them 1, 2, and 3 p.m. These are individual appointments, one-on-one with an individual in our office, very much like myself, where we meet with you for about 45 minutes. You'll then go on a personal campus tour with a student tour guide for about 45 minutes. And if you're able to schedule your appointment in advance, we may also be able to schedule a faculty appointment for you if that's something you wish to do during your visit to campus. You can also visit us in various other ways through the week for some academic days we're going to have during the fall term. As you can see the schedule here, Gannon is broken down into 3 different colleges amongst the university. There's the College of Engineering and Business, the Rossi College of Health Professions and Sciences, as well as the College of Humanities, Education, and Social Sciences. And so we have special days set aside for those colleges so that students who are particularly honed in on those majors can come in, meet with faculty, meet with department chairs, meet with the dean of those colleges, and have a little bit more focus on exactly what their day is all about. Same type of things apply. You're going to hear from admissions. You're going to go on a campus tour maybe as a group. You're going to have lunch on Gannon in our cafeteria, but the very important thing is you're going to have a chance to see the classrooms, sit down with faculty, maybe see some of the things they're working on, students are working on, maybe research projects, whatever it may be, and really get some pointed questions for your particular major that you may be pursuing. In that same realm is the fall open house. It's obviously encompassing the entire university at that point in time, so not separating colleges, but now inviting everyone to come to Gannon and really, again, experience what Gannon has to offer. As you can see, there's the bus on the slide here. That's a trolley here that's in the city of Erie. We do offer trolley tours as well, so that you have an idea not just of Gannon's campus, but what all is happening around the area as far as what's going to impact your college choice, what resources are available to students as far as businesses, corporations, those type of things, hospitals, firms that might help students really get some internships, some co-op experiences, whatever it may be. So we'd like to be able to show some people the city of Erie as well, because again, it's very much a part of your next 4 years or beyond as far as your college experience, and we want to make sure that you're comfortable and happy with your decision, not just with Gannon, but where you're going to be throughout the community. We want you to be involved, not just in Gannon, but throughout the city of Erie. That's something we very much express our students to do. We do offer some Saturday visits throughout the fall here as well. Those are on our website. If you go to gannon.edu/visit, you can check and see the dates that we offer some Saturday visits. Sometimes it might be a little bit quieter on those days as far as who's all available. So it's definitely going to be a great presentation from our staff and a tour of campus. And obviously, if there's some things happening around campus, might be some athletic events, those type of things, you'll be able to participate in some of those areas as well. We actually are hosting a Saturday visit during our homecoming weekend this year as well, so that might be a great way to really experience a lot of the fun and festivities that happen on campus during various points in time during the school year. The last note on here is our Night with Scholars event. That is when we invite all students who've been accepted to Gannon to participate in an overnight visit. Again, another great way. Maybe you visited Gannon once or twice already, but really not too quite sure if that's going to be your final decision, and trying to make some final decisions as to where you're going to go to college. An overnight visit is a great way to do that. You can stay with a current Gannon student in their residence hall. You're going to go to dinner with them, enjoy all kinds of different activities that evening, and really see what college life at Gannon is really like, and hopefully, again, a chance to answer any last-minute questions as you get ready to make a decision to where you might go to school. All these things are listed at gannon.edu/events. As far as financial aid goes, obviously there's a huge concern, as you see many days now, as you maybe read, watch TV reports or read the newspaper. You see there's a huge emphasis on cost of education, and obviously lowering student debt and those types of things. And Gannon is very cognizant of that, and we definitely certainly recognize and understand what people are feeling, and really want to move forward with helping students through the process to really have them understand that Gannon is definitely a viable option for students. Again, that's going to be a very fair financial aid package. Our tuition fees, room and board, they're all posted on Gannon's website. For Gannon students who are going to be starting school here this fall, that tuition will range for the school year between $27,000 and $28,000 depending on the school's academic program, students' academic program that they're interested in there, with some additional fees on top of there, as well as activities fees, some other small fees in addition to that. Really, that will be it if you're a student who is within 25-mile radius of Gannon and plans on commuting to campus. If you're outside that 25-mile radius and you're going to be residing on campus, there will be some room and board charges as well, which really can range from $10,000 to $14,000 depending on where you choose to want to live, the size of the meal plan you may pick, those types of things as well. So a fair starting sticker price to consider Gannon is about $39,000 to $40,000, and that's a great way to kind of start and build off of there. All students who are admitted to Gannon, incoming freshmen, transfers, and beyond, are all considered for merit-based awards. Again, for students who started Gannon this fall, those awards were between $5,000 and $14,500. Students who were in that $14,500 range were also invited to participate in a full tuition competition on campus. Those students were considered the top 10 percentile of our acceptance pool as far as academics goes. So they were invited to an event in late January here on campus, which they were given a time to do a 15-minute presentation that really helps showcase who they are. And really there is no limitations as to what that presentation could be. But the big attraction to that event is the fact that 10 students who participated were awarded a full tuition scholarship to come to Gannon. All students who participated, and this was the 4th year we've done it, and we've typically been averaging about 120 participants, so all students who participated had their award increased by $1,500 just by participating. So those students went from that $14,500 range up to $16,000. Which again is more than half of tuition cost. So right then and there, if you take that merit award, whether again that's $5,000 to that $14,500 award, you subtract that from the initial sticker price and you start dwindling down what it might cost again right away. Again, the better you're doing academically, the more money is going to be available for you on the merit side. So I can't stress that enough. Again, whether you're a student looking to come in for your senior year or you're at your sophomore year or junior year, definitely keep those grades up because it definitely benefits you on the backside. If you're looking to transfer to Gannon, there are merit awards as well. Those can range up to $9,000 as far as merit awards go as well. So again, the better you're doing academically, typically the same rules apply. The more money is going to be available for you as this transfer scholarship goes. There are some opportunities for additional scholarships for students who are incoming freshmen. There are some competitions during open house where students can earn between $500 and $3,000 for some specific academic program scholarships. We do have a Schuster Theater Scholarship. There's two scholarships available for this one. There is a Memorial Music Award if you're musically inclined and want to play in our concert band and for some other events here on campus. There also is a scholarship available for those who are involved in the theater, performing arts, those types of things as well. That scholarship is available to students. Again, you don't have to be a theater major, a communication arts major, any of those types of things. There's no limitations to that. That's open to the entire population, depending on what your interests are and if you're qualified. Gannon is a Division II school as far as athletics goes, which means that we are allowed to offer athletic scholarships. Those are on top of other things you may have earned, so we're not pulling money away when we're offering those athletic scholarships. Those are handled specifically by the coaches themselves. We have an athletic liaison in our office that really helps facilitate a lot of the questions and issues you may have as you're going through the process to make sure everything is going smoothly. But when it comes time to talking dollar figures, that is typically between the student and the coaches and the families from there as to them knowing their budget and what they can offer. But again, there's opportunities there for coaches to award as far as what they feel is going to help them moving forward as far as that goes. And lastly, there's outside scholarships. You're going to see just below there a number of online resources. Those are all great places to go to kind of really look for some different things that are available for you as far as scholarships go. The most important thing I can tell you moving forward is if you go to any of those websites, they should all be free. If anybody is asking for you to submit a fee before you can do an application, you definitely should steer away and move on somewhere else. All these applications should be free, and again, the more you can get, the better. Those are things that are added on top to your package here at Gannon. Those are things that are not being pulled away from you on our end, so you're being rewarded for all the work that you've done. Same thing, talk to your parents if they belong to clubs or organizations. Perhaps that is something there's a scholarship available to you as well. If you have part-time jobs, maybe talk to your employer and see if there's anything they can handle as far as helping you pay for your college education. It all pays off, even if it's $500. That's something that's going to go towards books or something for you as far as that goes. So definitely encourage you to do as much as possible on that end. So that's kind of the scholarship range of things. Students could also qualify for various grants and loans. We encourage all students who are applying to Gannon to fill out what's called an early version award, which is a mini FAFSA, and that FAFSA is that free application for federal student aid, which typically you cannot file until after January 1. Gannon offers a smaller version of that that's specific to Gannon that you can print off online and complete and send in as well, or if you're doing the paper application, it is included in that paper application as well, and that can be mailed in with the application. What that's really going to help us tell is based off your tax information from this past year is what you may qualify for as a family through the federal and state governments. You could qualify for a federal Pell Grant. You could qualify for subsidized, unsubsidized federal loans. If you were a Pennsylvania state resident, you could qualify for a FIA state grant, Pennsylvania loans, those types of things as well. So those things will all start coming off that sticker price and let you know exactly what you're eligible for and what you may want to pursue or not pursue. If you are not a Pennsylvania state resident, we are, again, a private Catholic university, so our tuition is flat across the board. There's no increases from being in-state, out-of-state, but your state may want you to keep some of that money in-state. So what we try to do there in those regards, where you're maybe losing some money to come across the border, is we do have some need-based aid money as well, so that we see there's a financial need and you may not be bringing all that money with you. Gannon may be able to supplement that with some need-based aid on our end. In short, I can't stress enough to kind of go through that process and explore some things. I would never encourage you, whether you're looking at Gannon or any school that you have a tremendous interest in, to write them off from the get-go based on what you may be seeing as far as a price tag out there, whatever it may be. There's a lot of things that can happen on the back end, and you never really know until you kind of go through that process. So I encourage everyone to, again, explore those processes and go ahead and check out our website, gannon.edu/financial aid to see all that's available and some of those steps you need to take moving forward. As I mentioned, again, we're a private Catholic university, and sometimes, many times, the question that comes to us is, what exactly does that mean for me as a student? Do I have to be Catholic? Do I have to go to church all the time? Do I have many, many theology courses, whatever it may be as far as that goes? And that's not really the case. We are affiliated with the Diocese of Erie, Pennsylvania. We're very proud of our history and tradition as being founded as a Catholic university, and we support that mission in many, many ways. But we also allow students to make their own pathways and make their own decisions moving forward with Gannon, regardless of your faith, what your decisions that you make, those type of things. It's a very welcoming community, and then we're very eager to work with students in that regard. Our campus ministry and Center for Social Concerns, it really helps drive the ship on many of initiatives that are happening here on campus. They're always encouraging students to try to get involved. They'll have postings available throughout campus, things posted on the student portal system, whatever it may be, and students have the opportunity again to get involved as much or as little as you'd like to. All Gannon students are required to take 2 theology courses at Gannon during your 4-year time frame. That's probably one of the few requirements that are on students as far as that regard in terms of theology or religion going moving forward from there. We offer a yearly mission trip each year to various locations, and that will typically happen at the end of the school year. But students can go and do some tremendous things with some Gannon faculty, staff, administration, things that will really change your eyes as to how the world operates and really help change your life as well as to, again, what the Gannon mission is all about giving back to those, not just in your community, but throughout the world. Gannon has a strategic plan in place, and there are some key initiatives of that strategic plan, and one of those things is really having students engage in the community, and that community can be as small or as large as you envision it. And so really Gannon is proud of that and really going to impress upon students to kind of let go of some of those barriers that you may have and really kind of find a way to get involved and see some different things. We do multiple different alternative spring break trips here at the university. What that really means is you will have a chance to go to some different places throughout the U.S. and throughout the world as well, and do some great service trips, really helping some communities that are in need. Students have gone to Honduras, they have gone to Haiti, they have gone to Toronto, Canada, most recently. They've also stayed here in the United States and done things in Joplin, Missouri, down in New Orleans and some other areas as well, as far as maybe some restoration, some cleanups, whatever it may be. And again, it's a wonderful experience to be able to work alongside your fellow classmates as well as some faculty, staff, and administration. Again, it's a great way to spend a spring break trip. Last bullet point on there is faith-based groups. Again, there are many of those on campus that students can get involved in from day one. Those are just a handful of groups that are amongst our 75 student groups that we have here on campus, always available to students. So again, encourage you to explore some of those things at any college, but if you decide to come to Gannon, again, it's a wealth of opportunities available to students moving forward. We are located here in Erie, Pennsylvania. So if you're not familiar with Erie, we are on the northwest corner of the state here. As far as that goes, we're the 4th largest city in Pennsylvania, with a population of about 100,000 in the city proper. If you stay within a 25-mile radius, probably over 200,000 within that proximity. So a healthy size as far as that goes. And really what that means to you is plenty of opportunities. We definitely want you to come to Gannon because you feel comfortable with our academics and the fact that we're going to put you in a great position when you decide to graduate from Gannon. And our location provides unbelievable opportunities for you to get some hands-on experience. Whether you are interested in the health professions, and we have 2 major hospitals here within campus. If you're interested in engineering and business, there are engineering firms and corporations. There's Fortune 500 companies nearby campus as well. If you're into education, we put you in the classroom in that very first semester here on campus. There are numerous public and parochial schools nearby, elementary schools, middle-level schools, high schools, all those things where students can get that wide range of experience that they're going to need based on what you're interested in, and it goes on down that line as far as those type of things go. We are just a few buildings away from the Erie County Courthouse, as well as some law offices, so students interested in political science and law and legal studies, criminal justice programs, those type of things. Lots and lots of opportunities, and it's interesting to see that synergy and that engagement with the Erie community as you see a lot of those businesses kind of floating in and out of campus as far as employees go, and Gannon students as well, working closely with them. They're eager to take Gannon students on and really help them move that next step forward. In addition to that, though, we want you to enjoy your college experience, and we think our environment provides plenty of opportunities for students to have some activities, things to do, not just on campus, but nearby as well. We are just 6 blocks away from Lake Erie, again, other part of the Great Lakes system, and again, probably one of those largest Great Lakes, one of the largest freshwater lakes in the world. So again, it's having that resource nearby for students can go down there and enjoy Presque Isle State Park, enjoy 7 miles of beaches where you can just lay out and relax. You can go to play beach volleyball, you can go for runs and hikes and rollerblading, whatever you like to do. As far as that goes, plenty of activities, fun things to do. In the wintertime, we do get our fair share of snow. We can't lie about that, but if you're into skiing, cross-country skiing, you can go down to Presque Isle and do cross-country skiing as well. You can go right down from campus. You can walk and be at the bayfront and enjoy that beautiful scenery and walk along the bayfront and do some runs, those type of things as well. Enjoy restaurants. Gannon does offer a vessel that we currently own that goes out on the lake. It's called the Environaut. So students can do plenty of research out there as well, including for our newest program, Freshwater and Marine Biology, which I'll go into a little bit further in this presentation. But again, we utilize that resource and we encourage students to enjoy that area. Again, the downtown area, we have plenty of restaurants, plenty of activities to go to. We do offer a AA baseball team here in Erie, affiliated with the Detroit Tigers. They're called the Erie Seawolves. We do have a developmental NBA team as well. We have a junior hockey team called the Erie Otters. Many of those players are already drafted by the NHL and will be in the NHL in a few years, so exciting hockey as far as that goes as well. Concerts, musicals, plays, all come in through the Erie Insurance Arena and the Warner Theater as well. Many times there are student discounts available. So fun, exciting things to do here. We just had a Cirque du Soleil show here in town for a few days as well. So again, lots of neat things that happen on campus and nearby, and easy access. Students can hop on a bus in the city of Erie free of charge. Gannon has taken care of that through a contract with the city of Erie, and students can go to the local mall. It's called the Mill Creek Mall. Again, easy access. You can be there in about 10-15 minutes on the bus. Follow that bus schedule, stay up there as long as you want to, as far as the hundreds of department stores they have up there. Lots of chain restaurants in that area, 17th Theater Movie Complex. Your Targets, your Best Buys, your Sam's Clubs, all those things are available to students, and again, easy access as far as that goes. As far as housing goes, you are guaranteed housing at Gannon for all 4 years. Students who live outside that 25-mile radius do need to live on campus for the first 2 years. If you're within that 25-mile radius, you may choose to commute to campus or make that change after that first year, or vice versa. You're always welcome to come back as far as that goes. About 80% of our students live in Gannon housing, so that includes upperclassmen as well. So about 20% of students of Gannon's campus either commute from home or they're past those first 2 years and now have their residence nearby campus, but don't live actually in Gannon housing as far as that goes. There are 3 different options, or 3 different areas students could end up in as far as your residence halls goes. There are your traditional dormitories known as Finnegan and Worley Hall, where you have you and one other roommate. You have your own private area. You can stack your beds, unstack them. Same thing with some of your dressers, those type of things. It has a micro fridge in there. You have your cable access, completely wireless, all those type of things. But then you do have to walk down the hallway for your shower facilities, those type of things, as far as separate stalls, all those type of things. You have several lounges on your particular floors. Typically one lounge is used for study area, another lounge may be used for a game area or a get-together area as far as that goes, and then there's a main lounge in each building as well. Free laundry facility in every single building here on campus. You just have to supply your own detergent, but you don't need to bring quarters or coins with you as far as that goes. And then each building is staffed with several resident assistants or even a resident director as well, and again, help initiate some contact, do some icebreakers, help the whole floor in that building kind of do some fun activities, but also there to help kind of help any transitional issues you may have throughout the course of the year. Upperclassmen students, which we consider sophomore and beyond, again, required to live in there if you're outside that 25-mile radius your sophomore year. But then beyond that, again, you have that freedom to get on-campus housing or off-campus housing. We're seeing a more and more increase of on-campus housing because of the renovations Gannon is doing and the cost benefit we're providing the students as far as that goes. Typically, as an upperclassman, you'll be put into a lottery system where there'll be some seniority there based on that as to where you get placed, but also academics are placed highly in that seniority system as well. So if you are a sophomore with a 4.0 GPA, you could be very high up in that lottery ladder, and you maybe get better dibs as to where you might like to live as far as your apartment settings. They're all very unique. Very different here at Gannon. There's not one single building that's quite like the other one as far as the layout and the setup. Some have balconies, some offer 5-person apartments, some are 3-person apartments, various layouts as far as that goes. The one other thing I didn't think to mention with the freshman doors is we do offer traditional, we offer suites as well. There's a building on campus called North Hall that's about 4 years old, and this offers 5-person suites. So you may see some newer buildings going up on some campuses you have visited. Kind of the new wave of housing. Gannon does offer one of those buildings. It can only accommodate about 180 freshmen, and we may bring in about 500 freshmen who want to physically live on campus, and more that will want to commute as well each year. So not all freshmen are going to be able to live in that building. So if that's something that you're considering and want to do, it's very important when those opportunities are available to you to fill out your housing application, select your preferences, those type of things. That is something that you do fairly quickly because that building will quick up with students who have an interest in living in that building. There's a bit of a higher cost for that building as well, so some students may opt out because of that cost. But again, you have those options when you fill out those housing forms to list your preferences as to where you might like to live. Lastly, because we are an urban campus, we do not provide parking for freshmen, but we are not told that you cannot bring vehicles with you. You could do some on-street parking, which is typically free of charge, But again, as I mentioned earlier, we do live in an area where we get a fair amount of snow. And Erie will operate on an odd even day parking scenario where from November through April, your car always has to be moved from one side of the street to the other side of the street for some snow plowing to take place. So if you don't think you're going to be using that vehicle very frequently and don't want to go through that hassle, again, there are many of other opportunities available for you. Like I mentioned, the city bus system. We do offer a Amtrak station as well that goes to New York City as Chicago as well. So if you're along those lines, you could take the train. We do offer a Greyhound bus station. And Erie does have an international airport as well, where we have some flights going in and out to places like Chicago and Philadelphia and beyond as far as that goes. So some opportunities, again, if you need to get home, or some different ways as far as that goes. So not encouraged to bring a vehicle your first year. If you're living in upperclassmen housing after that freshman year, you are going to be provided parking. If not physically attached to your apartment building, then there are student lots that you'll be placed in that are not far from your apartment building. The last part of this presentation is really going to be focusing on academics, and I'm going to go into, as I mentioned earlier, we are separated in the university into 3 different colleges. We're going to start off here now with the College of Engineering and Business. And as you can hopefully clearly see on this slide, the various majors that we do offer here at Gannon University within that College of Engineering and Business. You have your traditional engineering majors such as mechanical, electrical. We do offer environmental, and also offer biomedical engineering, which is in many publications you'll read listed as one of the top growing fields in the country over the next several years. And we've heavily invested in that program recently to give it brand new lab space this past year. We're actually starting this year, and additional equipment coming in that way as well. That program is continuing to grow in enrollment, and that we expect high things out of that as far as that goes. There's also computer science, information systems majors within that engineering program. So there's software engineering, bioinformatics, computer science, information systems. Those are all within that area as well. And same type of thing involving those programs. The way the world is going with technology, there expects to be a huge amount of job growth in those programming fields for students. So students involved in those majors have great outlook for them moving forward. And then you have our School of Business, which also is going through a massive change as far as changing their curriculum. It's called the Dahlkemper School of Business, and all students who graduate from that program will earn a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration, but there are many different tracks that you may choose between that business program to focus on, and many times you can get a double major within that program. So you have accounting, entrepreneurship, finance, healthcare management is a new major, international management, marketing, supply chain management, and it's one that you can't see too well in red, sports management and marketing. Healthcare management and supply chain management are starting this fall as new programs. And again, the great thing about this program is the curriculum is fairly basic across the board for all business majors the first year and a half, allowing students to feel their way around if they're not quite sure what they want to do, and still easily transition into a focus area and still easily get a double major if you choose to do so as far as that goes. Again, I mentioned our location with the opportunity to do some internships. We heavily encourage students to get some study abroad experiences, which Gannon has developed partnerships with in Poland and Germany, Ireland, Italy, Australia, and many other nations as well. So great opportunities for students to kind of get some experience, especially if you're in that business field, especially if you're in international management. It's highly recommended, and we're willing to work with you to make sure that it happens for you, to not keep your stay at Gannon longer, but to allow you to still graduate within that 4-year time frame. What's going to happen starting in the spring term is our School of Business is moving into some new facilities, which is going to be just a few blocks off of campus where they're normally located. This is going to allow the School of Business to be located in the same building as Erie Small Business Development Center, as well as an Erie Technology Incubator. Both of those are designed to help small businesses grow. And what better way to have them grow than by having Gannon students available and at their side, typically most times, earning credit or no cost at all, helping them move forward and allowing our Gannon students to earn some invaluable experience and really no cost to those individuals who have some great startup ideas for themselves. They're very much entrepreneurs, very much looking to help the city of Erie grow, so they have some great technology ideas, They're just looking for someone to really help them get them going. So they're going to be located in a building that has tremendous support within those facilities, but also having Gannon students working with them closely as well, so that they can go from maybe a one-person company to a four-person company before they graduate to move out in the city of Erie and offer their own business on their own. Our facilities, as I mentioned, are the Zurn Science Center and the Center for Business Ingenuity. That's a new building for the School of Business. The Zurn Science Center does house our engineering facilities, the biomedical engineering lab, the senior design lab, all those types of things as well. Again, that building went through a multi-million-dollar renovation recently over the past 2 years, so all that lab equipment is completely up to date. And then starting here in January 2015, that Center for Business Ingenuity will be open and allowing us to move forward with our engineering programs as far as that goes. The internships I mentioned are plenty. In Erie alone, Erie Insurance is a Fortune 500 company. Lord Corporation is an engineering firm, as well as there is General Electric, Erie Technology Incubator, Erie's Magnetics, and the Shriners Hospital for Children as well. Some great partners with Gannon who have done our students have done some fabulous things with them as far as that goes. As you see in this photo here, we had some students involved in our sports management and marketing program who had an internship this summer with the Buffalo Bills. So really, we have a great history of placement, and really there is no limit depending on how hard you want to work during your time here at Gannon. The off-campus labs, in addition to our programs, we offer environmental engineering, environmental science. As you can see here, these students are doing some great things with areas in this nearby campus. There's Asbury Woods, there's Presque Isle State Park, almost kind of like your own little classroom outside the area, not too far away, where students can do some studies, really do some great research hand in hand with faculty members moving forward. And that's something that's really stressed not only in this college but throughout the campus as well. There is no limitations on how much research students can get involved in. The door is wide open for students to work closely with faculty, do their own projects, maybe get publicized in some publications, go to conferences, those types of things to get some great experience before you move on to the next chapter in your life. Again, our faculty, highly experienced. Many of them either came from the workforce or continue to have some ties with the workforce as far as that goes moving forward. Our students are having tremendous success out there, and our alumni are doing it as well. These are actually little snippets. As you see, our Possibilities campaign, Gannon is very much promoting exactly what is available here at Gannon and what are the outcomes. What are students who come to Gannon going to expect? And our faculty can talk about how they can prepare students. Our students can certainly talk about what they've had a chance to experience and where they see themselves moving forward. And our alumni certainly are a great success and really can add to that component as well. If I were to click on these, it'd be short little 25-second commercials as well. So I encourage you to check out our website. Go around to some of the academic areas, and you can see some of these possibilities as well to see what some of these individuals are doing with their lives and really impacting the Gannon community as a whole. The Morosky College of Health Professions and Sciences, again, offers a wealth of programs here at the university, whether you're interested in the health professions, and that can range from nursing, occupational therapy, physical therapy, physician assistant, respiratory care, nutrition, medical technology, many options, radiological science, many options throughout that program as well. And then there's sciences as well. There's biology, chemistry, science programs, mathematics. Our two newest programs are biochemistry and freshwater marine biology. Again, having the huge resource of having Lake Erie right down the street from us is going to be a tremendous asset to students who want to go out there and do some testing on some, not just algae and some other things that are in the water, but really go much further beyond that, our streams and our fresh water, to really see if there's some solutions that they can help move forward and really advance themselves. If you're from the Toledo area or have been reading the news, obviously there is an issue there with some algae blooms that are on their water supply right now that are causing water issues and those types of things, and that's coming off of runoff into Lake Erie and where they live. And that's something that we certainly are studying and trying to get a handle on here in our own area that we haven't experienced yet, but doesn't mean it could not happen to Erie. So that's something, again, the students can kind of get out there ahead of the game, be a part of those research things, be involved in those type of experiments, and see can they find solutions? Are there some things that can be happening to really improve that the environment and the community as a whole moving forward? So exciting things happening within that college as well. The facilities that Gannon operates, that typically most students are in there. Again, the Zern Science Center houses a lot of the lab spaces for biology and chemistry. We do offer a gross human cadaver lab as well, so students involved in programs as they're looking to go on to medical school or professional school beyond Gannon, as well as students in the physician assistant major, have the opportunity to use those human cadaver labs. Again, invaluable experience as far as working with those bodies and really getting understanding what may be lying down the road for you, and make sure this is something that you're comfortable with and want to move forward with in your career. Again, and having that opportunity to really work with maybe one other student and not be crowded in a room is extremely invaluable to students. The Nebraska College of Health Professions just opened up a few years ago. Again, that was a building that was had huge renovations and was donated to Gannon. Inside that building is a patient simulation center. By square footage, the largest simulation center in the region as far as that goes, and extremely interactive. There are about a dozen adult mannequins. There is a youth mannequin, there is a birthing mannequin in there that can be inserted with medications and IVs. They can talk to you. You can be put into emergency situations, whatever it may be. There's videotaping opportunities available in there. So again, a wonderful hands-on experience facility where students early on can get some idea as to what is going to be expected of them when they go out there to do the clinical rotations and those types of things, without just being thrust into a situation that they may not be comfortable with just yet. So again, a lot of our students will have access to this facility from day one, and it's incorporated in their curriculum, and again, a great asset to students as far as that goes. Our interdisciplinary centers, as you mentioned, there is a patient simulation center, and there's also the human performance center. Gannon's Recreation Center is nearing completion. It should be completed next week as students move in, of a massive renovation. 12,000 square feet of additional footage put into this building to allow us to do a lot more things as far as classroom experiences go. There's also a huge addition to the Recreation Center as far as facilities, recreation equipment, those type of things as well. And there's also a 56,000 square foot facility put next door. It's an indoor practice facility for our athletic teams. So all athletic teams, and including all students who maybe are participating in intramural sports or some other activities, are going to have access to that building. But something that's, again, when we talk about coming to Gannon and the realities of what we're dealing with, we do get winter, we do get snow, and sometimes it's difficult to go outside and get some training in, get some practices in, whatever it may be in February and March. Now having a 56,000 square foot facility, an 80-yard facility, really allowing access to those teams is going to be a huge addition to campus into their future moving forward. A component of that, though, is the Human Performance Center, which is a classroom down there that's going to really benefit those programs you see listed: physical therapy, occupational therapy, sport and exercise science, pre-health programs, biology. It's going to be a living lab where students can do plenty of experiments and see some things happening in real time, real motion, and help other students moving forward. You could have a golfer that wants to come in and find ways to fix his golf swing. There are electrodes, different things you can hook up to that student, videotape it, monitor it, and see all kinds of different things that are happening to that body, and do some biometric things, all those types of things, and see what's going on. And really, again, you're helping that student out, but you're also helping yourself out as far as getting some experimenting done, some research, all those types of things as far as that goes. We do offer a master's degree in human performance as well as a master's in athletic training. So again, many students who are going down into those fields will have great access to these facilities as well. Again, our faculty, our students, and our alumni are what really sells our programs, that they're engaged and very much having opportunities to really separate themselves so that when they're applying to graduate school, professional schools, they're well positioned or want to apply for jobs, they have no problems moving forward, as many of our students in these programs either have 100% job placement rate or 100% pass rate on the certification exams or other exams moving forward to their next step in their career. The last thing I'm going to close on, the College of Humanities, Education, and Social Sciences. Again, this program will, these programs you see listed here fall under this college. There's a School of Education in there, as well as School of Communication Arts with advertising communication and theater communication. And then there's humanities, social science programs like social work, psychology, political science, mortuary science, journalism, all those type of things, history, are all kind of encompassed within this entire college. So again, wonderful opportunities again with them. Our School of Communication Arts is moving into a brand new facility here starting in 2 weeks as well. So now instead of having them all over campus, advertising communication, communication arts, theater comm arts, journalism will all be in one building. Our Gannon run student radio station will be in that building. Our student newspaper will be in there, as well as our Schuster Art Gallery. Interesting note about our radio station, it recently was named the top college radio station in the nation. So very excited about that, and it's 90.5 WERG if you're looking to find that online and listen to some things on there as far as that goes. Sometimes a question that often comes our way is, what do I do with humanities degree, social science degree, because there's not that clear pathway. I know a nurse becomes a nurse. I know if you go to medical school, you're going to become a doctor or a veterinarian or a chiropractor or whatever it may be. If I'm going to become a mechanical engineering, that's what I'm going to do. I'm doing engineering things. But sometimes there is that confusion as to, what do I do with my English degree? What do I do with my history degree? Those types of things. I know this is extremely tough to see, but if you can see where that big splattering of blue starts maybe up around the 11 o'clock range, those are all kind of humanities, social science majors, and they spill off throughout that web as to where careers lead. And that can lead into Silicon Valley and technology careers. You could lead into something directly in that pathway as far as doing something with journalism if that's your major is. You could do things in the health career fields, in businesses and corporations and technology. It's unlimited as to the job opportunities that are available to you. Sometimes it's just a matter of thinking outside that box, and that's what we're here for, and our faculty are here for, to really kind of help you understand that it may not be a direct pathway, but there are opportunities out there for you, and we encourage you to follow what's in your heart. And if that's something that you're really interested in and passionate about, there are entry points in the career fields that's going to help you be very viable in your careers, be able to start families, all those types of things, and not feeling like you're lost out there as far as that goes. As far as the facilities for those programs, our Colombo Academic Center really houses, it's our home of our liberal core classes. All Gannon students, regardless of your major, take 39 credits of liberal core. Again, it's our belief that helps make you a more well-rounded individual and prepared for the career field as far as moving forward, so that you're going to have opportunities to take some speech courses, some English courses, get the theology courses, things that are really going to help you move forward and be real prepared when you go to those job interviews and for any career path down the road as far as that goes. I talked about the School of Communication Arts. The Forensic Investigation Center is something that is, again, another new facility opening up here this fall. It is an old fraternity house that was turned into a Forensic Investigation Center. It was a building that was scheduled for demolition, that we went in there and renovated and turned into an area that is now a mock classroom. For lack of a better term, students can recreate crimes in there. There is DNA lab testing available in there. There is a firearm simulator in that building as well, fingerprinting labs, interview rooms that can be videotaped and studied afterwards. It's a huge, huge opportunity for students and any of the humanities programs, especially those students interested in forensic science or criminal justice, to have those opportunities. And we really have great relationships with the city of Erie as well, with the city police, the sheriff's station, those type of things. So it is the belief that they have a number of things that they have on their backlog that they can't get to, and they're hoping that they can utilize our facility and Gannon students to really help them with some actual cases moving forward. So again, another great addition to campus moving forward. There are former FBI agents, former CIA agents who are faculty members on campus who know what they're talking about and really can help steer students in the right direction for their careers. Last thing I want to talk about is getting connected. Again, hopefully this is very helpful for you. But again, encourage you to check us out on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. You can see where to go as far as the Facebook site, our hashtags as far as GU possibilities, visit GU, how to get to us. Feel free to follow us, see what's going on, see the fun things that are happening, especially through Instagram. We're going to try to continue that up here through the fall so that you have a good idea of what's happening. And lastly, that Gannon Online magazine. It's a student-run magazine called Edge, where we have lots of student-produced content talking about what's happening here on campus that really might help you make some decisions moving forward. So that's my presentation. What I'm going to do now is see if there's some questions out there that are available for us as far as that goes, and if I'm doing this right here. I don't see anything at this point in time. So again, if any questions happen to come up and you're interested in Gannon, again, I encourage you to reach out to us. My personal email is Camillo at CAMILLO001 @gannon.edu. You can also email us at admissions.gannon.edu. I mentioned the many ways to visit us at campus, explore some opportunities, but again, excited to answer any questions you may have as you go through the college search process moving forward. I thank you for your time.